Well, hey guys, thanks for joining me. I thought I'd make a quick video and I just wanted to say I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving, that you travel safe and you stay healthy. Now, I thought that this quick video would be about Sheila's brokenness because I'm pretty sure you all are wondering how I get by on 32 hours a week. Now, it's not easy, and so I really have to have a great budget. I feel more qualified to talk about being broke right now than I do talking about camping or traveling because I'm not really doing either one of those things. If my knees hadn't gone bad, I would have started traveling again, especially since things have calmed down at Amazon and we have a lot more free time now. You know, I have to be honest, limping takes a lot out of me. I mean, it just really saps my energy. And it's so funny because I'll be sitting around the house and I'll go, oh, I need to do this. And I go to get up and I went, oh God, that's right, I got arthritis. So now I kind of gotta, it's a lot. And even though my camping gear is at my ex-husband's, which makes it so much more convenient for me, it's still a lot to do by myself. And so I have to accept the fact that I'll probably be lucky if I get 1 or 2 trips in this summer. And if I think about it, while it's unfortunate, I'm not devastated. You know, I've been camping for a long time. What devastated me more was realizing I probably won't make it to Europe. I really wanted to do a backpacking trip to Europe. And I mean, that doesn't mean it won't happen, but I don't see it happening. I think that bothers me more than realizing I'm not going to be doing that much more camping in my future. So I thought I'd share with you how I managed to make it, because I feel like there's probably a lot of people in the same boat. I mean, my daughter, she moved to a new apartment, but all of her clients canceled for the month of October because things are getting tight for people. So, she's got a little side gig and she's going to have to hustle. But she's willing to do it. And now everything is so much more convenient for her, it'll be fine. And my sister retired to take care of my mom, but she's not eligible for Social Security for 2 years. And the little pension she gets isn't going to be enough to cover her bills. So basically they're going to have to live off my mom's money, but that also means no traveling for her, because just to have someone come in and care for my mom so she can go away, the prices out of pocket are so astronomical that none of us are going to be traveling this year, okay? Basically, we're all kind of, sort of, in a weird way in the same boat. So we understand. So when I said I'm not cooking next year, we're going out to dinner, everybody understood. And plus, that's a lot of work, okay? It's a lot of work and a lot of mess to clean up. Fortunately for me, I'm off the next day and the day before. So that's the reason why I said I'll do Thanksgiving. But let's talk about how I manage to pay the bills on between $400 and $500 a week. So let's get to it. Well, I went to 32 hours a week, I guess about 8 months ago, and I gave up my side gig last Christmas. So I've had time to kind of, get comfortable with this budget. One of the main things that I realized I absolutely needed to do was to figure out how to continue to put money into my emergency savings account. Because I've used that account twice in the last 6 months. And you can't just keep taking money out. You got to replenish it some kind of way. So I guess about, I don't know, I guess it was when I had the alternator, I think it was the alternator I needed problem. I decided that I definitely need to be putting money back into the savings account. So what I do is the first check I get at the beginning of each month, that check, I call it my check. It's not really my check, it's the house check. That's when anything that I have been taking off of my prepper's pantry shelf and I see it getting low, I replace it. And by the way, that prepper's pantry was the best $1,000 investment I have ever given myself. Because those weeks when I don't work a full 32 hours because my knees are tired or I just don't feel like being there and I leave early. And so maybe, you know, what I usually spend for groceries is less. Well, it can be less because I got plenty of food on the shelf and food in the freezer. And I try to replace as much as I can the first of every month. So I use that $400 for that. I do laundry. I fill the truck up with gas. I put $100 in the emergency account. Usually I will treat myself to dinner, either with family or friends from work. And then whatever's left goes into a disposable income. And then the next paycheck, I pay 1 or 2 bills, and then the rest goes into an account because all of that has to go towards rent. And then the next paycheck, I do the same thing. I pay 1 or 2 bills. The rest goes to rent. The last paycheck, I pay 1 or 2 bills. The rest goes to rent. So by the end of the month, all the bills are paid. The rent money is there. And there's some money in my emergency account in case something goes wrong. My goal is to have that emergency account at $1,000. So every month, I try to put that $100 in. And depending on what my YouTube money looks like, and the YouTube money is anywhere from $120 to $200. If it's $200, then I'll put an extra $50 or $75 in an emergency account, and the rest is so I can buy some hair. You know, it's for me. So that's basically how I do it. I mean, because I'm not allowed to do overtime anymore. And that was a stipulation me and the doctor came up with because my knees take a beating at work. And I have found that, in all honesty, I have gone from this go-getter who always likes to be busy. You know, I mean, I used to love to be busy, and I especially like to be busy making money. And now I've turned into this person that it's like Thanksgiving. We got paid for Thanksgiving. Thursday is normally my day off, so I'm actually going to get an extra day's pay. So I did some calculating between that and my vacation time. I basically took an extra day and a half off. So the money I get from Thanksgiving won't be an extra check. It will just put me back where I would have been at 32 hours. If that was worth it, to have an extra day and a half off. Now, what did I do with that day and a half? Not a goddamn thing. Because I'm not going to say I've gotten lazy, but it's like all of a sudden, my knees have given me permission just to relax. I mean, just relax, Sheila. I mean, you're 62 years old. You've been running for a long time. I mean, it's a shame your knees are wonky. But you know, if the knees hadn't been wonky, you'd still be running, and I probably would have had a heart attack or something. So no, when I can get time away from Amazon, you know, I usually calculate how much vacation time I have, and I'll use that so I don't lose money, so to speak, because I use my vacation time to cover the time I left early. I think the smallest check I've gotten in the last couple of months was $375. And I went, holy smoly. If you don't have vacation time to cover that VTO, you better stay your ass at work, girl. So I've given myself 5 hours. I can afford to leave work early 5 hours every week, whether it's 2 hours early here and 2 hours early there or something like that. And I can take that unpaid. But no more than that. And actually, whenever I stay a whole 32 hours, I'm really proud of myself because I like what that check looks like. That's pretty much 500 right there, and I'm a happy girl. So it's not that hard. I mean, I guess it really depends on who you are, whether or not being on a budget works for you. I'm not a shopaholic. I don't have an iPhone. I don't have a new car. You know, I'm loving the Jeep, and I hope the Jeep continues to love me because it hasn't really given me any trouble too much. You know, I've had it 4 years now. I had to cut out crab legs. This summer I had crab legs every week. That was a gift to myself. But I've had to cut them out. Still eat shrimp and scallops. I like those. I eat a lot of hamburger. I still like ribeye steaks and New York strips, but not the ones that thick. The ones I get are like that. I still love spinach, so I do a lot of spinach things. I love Pandora bread soup. You know, I love their soup. They make an excellent quick meal when I don't want to have to wash dishes or something like that. One of my favorite quickie dinners is call it poor man's pizza. It's just a pizza that you add all beef hot dogs that you split and fry in butter, and then you chop them up and you spread them across the pizza, as well as some onions and some mozzarella cheese and some extra pepperonis. And if you get a cheap pizza and do that to it, you still got a great pizza for under $5. One of my favorite things. I still eat the things I want to eat, except, like I said, I did cut out crab legs and crab meat. I cut my margaritas back to maybe 2 or 3, maybe, oh my God, my neighbor's dog. God, sheesh. I cut those back to maybe 2 or 3 a week because margaritas and cigarettes were getting expensive. So I cut back smoking and I cut back my margaritas. And when I'm not drinking a margarita, then I will have cranberry juice diluted with Fuji water and a little bit of sparkling water to give it a kick. So I can't really say that I'm suffering. Man, I love all the time I get at home. I mean, I don't be doing anything. I mean, I be watching YouTube videos or documentaries, sitting out on the balcony when it's, you know, warm enough. I just love being at home now. I mean, I don't want to say I've gotten lazy, but maybe I have. But as long as I can pay the bills and means I can squeak out a little bit more time at home and not have to be working, well, then I'm okay with that. Now, you know, we had a Thanksgiving meal. I'm going to show you a picture of it. So yeah, let me show you this. Okay, I'm trying to show you this without attracting too much attention. But this is the meal we had at Amazon as our Thanksgiving meal. First of all, the potatoes were not instant, okay? They were real potatoes. And the dressing was the real deal. Somebody made this meal from scratch. The consistency was excellent. The green beans were fresh. I wish you could hear the snap on the green beans, okay? And oh my God, the green beans were amazing. The macaroni and cheese, oh no, the chicken wing. I wish my chicken wings looked this good when I bake them at home. And the macaroni and cheese was excellent. Now, you have to understand when you prepare a meal for a corporation, it doesn't have seasoning because so many people have so many allergies. All you had to do was add salt and pepper, and this meal was banging. You know what? I know they were black. I don't know who this company was, but they were black. Whoever they are, bring them back next year because this was a win. They did a great job. They did an absolute great job. And so after the meal, I went home. Okay, I went home after lunch because I didn't want to have to walk all the way back to the packing department. I'm just like, y'all know I'm leaving after lunch, right? And so I did. But I'm not one of those people who chase coupons. I'm not going to do. I did that when I was married. And my husband was a contractor and money was up and down and I was a stay-at-home mother. Man, I, did coupons and I just don't want to do that. I mean, there's certain things I like to eat. If I can't afford the real deal, then I'll get the store brand. But other than that, I just want to go in, get the stuff I want. I know what it costs. If I can't afford it, I don't buy it, but I'm not going to sit around and do a bunch of coupons or, I know a lot of frugal channels talk about that kind of stuff and how you can get deals on this. And I don't want to do all that. That just seemed like a whole lot of work to me. If the only way I can have something is to go through 9 yards of horse crap to get it, then I just don't want it. So I don't even know if I'm doing broke right. Okay. But I'm okay with it. So there we are. So I don't know, maybe in another video I'll show you how I make my poor man's pizza. It is absolutely to die for. Okay, to die for. And maybe I'll show you how I do meatloaf or something. I'm gonna do a apple cobbler for Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll film it. I don't know. We'll see. And see how much stuff I got going on. Because, filming my little kitchen is almost impossible. But I seem to have all this time now. So, maybe I can work it out, figure out a way. And one day when I figure it out really well, then, it's a go. So thanks, guys, for joining me. And I will see you in the next video. Stay blessed and take care. Bye.